Katie makes a decision, and Vinnie walks out on Tommy and the deal, and everything shuts down. This is a series finale of the Deuce. Yeah, how y'all doing? This is Mr. Big Girls 11, and I just watched the series finale of the Deuce, season 3, episode 8. Finish it. Now, everything is finished, I mean, now, yeah, I mean, everything's, I like the series, though. I mean, I didn't see it last night, but I watched it on demand earlier in the day, though. I mean, I didn't see it last night because I had to work, so enough about that. So, I mean, they should have done more, see what happened to these characters and all that stuff, like, with Abby and Tommy Longo, Bobby, I mean, and Bobby's son. I mean, they should have done more, but we'll get to that in a moment. So, anyway, we start with Candy. Though she's still shooting her little art house project, and then she's talking to a couple of actors, and then one of the actors wasn't feeling comfortable with certain scenes and stuff like that. Though it's like one of the actors, I mean, actress said that she wasn't aware there's gonna be a lot of sex and all that stuff, or F word. I ain't gonna say the F word because I'm gonna keep it clean, all right? Not gonna say shit. So anyway, it's like she's not sure about that. So Candy, she goes over to see her boyfriend Hank. Got this nice house somewhere outside the city and all that stuff. And they having dinner and they talking, and then she was trying to make a stand on Frank because she said something that they're saying that she's gonna be in front of the camera again, and then I don't know, Hank. Then I mean, Hank wanted to be more serious. I mean, Frank's like, oh, but you say you ain't doing that anymore. But Candy says that she's a pornographer, and then he says she has something to do. And then next thing he shows, he says that he's gonna give her some money to help finance the film, and then she wasn't having it though. So, say, I mean, but Candy, I mean, I can't believe Candy made a decision to be back in front of the camera having sex. I mean, last week there was this guy from LA who runs a production company. He was coaxing Candy. Candy come out of retirement, but I mean, she's behind the camera. But he's coaxing her to come back and have sex in front of the camera, and doing like a couple of people, no gaping, no anal. But we see Candy. She's back in LA. She's doing porn again, and then she's supposed to do a DP with two guys, and she wasn't signed up for that though. She says there's no, and then the guy, this some jerk off, the guy who spoke to her on the phone told her that she has to do anal or DP, something like that, and then she said let the guy use a condom. And guess what? Candy has sex with the two guys anyway. Damn. Oh man. So after she did a sex scene, she asked the crew members about the camera and stuff like that, and he just doesn't care. I mean, Candy realizes that what Candy's going through, what Lori's going through, is that they're using her as a product and they're degrading her. She didn't like that shit though. I mean, porn is just going backwards. They like degrading, being violent against women and all that stuff. So and then next thing you know, she's back in the city doing porn and doing the director, and then Harvey sees the scenes of her art house project, and then Candy and Harvey got an argument, and then Harvey's like, finish it, no sex scenes, just finish it. It goes to show you that Harvey really cares for her. Harvey really cares. So next thing you know, he told her there's no sex scene. He just at first he thought he was like a trying to turn into a damn sleaze bag and all that stuff, but he actually cares for us woman. He just told Candy, forget the sex scenes. He told her to finish it. So I know, the Candy's, she's not happy because when she went to in LA, I mean, they just used these this jerk off director just used the producers use her as a product. I mean, they say they didn't treat her like she's a porn star from yesteryear. They just want to treat her like Whatever. So next thing you know is that Candy and Bobby, they got this relationship, stuff like that. I mean, I don't know, they shouldn't have done more. So meanwhile, let's get to Vincent, right? He discovers that Big Mike has died. He came into the cabin and there's flies all over him, and then he's a foul odor. I mean, Big Mike's gone. All the age, you know. That's what happens when you doing some foul shit. See my language. I mean, in other words, doing something. I don't know what happens when people be having sex. It's just like they have strange flesh. You know, it's like you're doing. I don't want to get too what should I say? There's this word something that I use though. I mean, it's like for the book of Romans, first chapter, saying that they seen it's like Big Mike had the recompense of the error, which is meat. So it was his all. I mean, Big Mike, he was banging the damn tranny last season. So I don't know what Big Mike did with all he had with partners. I don't know, but Big Mike's gone, so he goes see Abby, and then they tell Abby they have a good time together. And wait a minute, Abby just moved out of his apartment. She just moved out, and so last week did she just move out of the Vincent's apartment, and now Abby's still there. I mean, they don't have a grudge against each other. I mean, they just have a mutual friendship. I mean, they were made for each other, but you know, since what happened, their relationship was over with because Vinnie couldn't give it the gun, and then still feel bad about his brother's death and all that. So however, him and Abby were talking. He said that he's gonna deal with Tommy Longo, and what Vince did, he says that tells Tommy, I'm breaking up with you, man. I can't work with you no more. And then Tommy offers him to give him like a $2K to have the hi-hat and all that stuff. So, I mean, you know, Tommy didn't, the good thing is it's a blessing Tommy didn't shoot him or anything like that, though. But I think it's Vince's, he just left with nothing now. I mean, he just, and you know, Tommy's crazy. I mean, we don't know what happened to Tommy after that, though. I mean, we don't know where he got whacked, or I mean, who knows? So, meanwhile, you know, the closeted guy Goldman, right? He's moving forward to shutting down the bathhouses and the parlors. I mean, it's been planned. It's been planned for some time. You mean because you know the corporation's going to take over Times Square, and guess what? They're doing full force. So Goldman, he shuts down the bathhouses, including Paul's, and Paul was like pissed at Goldman because because Paul realized what Goldman what Gene is though, and then I remember he was flirting with the guy, but he realized that he's working with the city and all that stuff. So Paul's not happy about that. So Paul, and then they shut down the parlors. Oh, let's give you talk about the parlors, right? See Bobby, right? Though he's hiring Russians in his parlor, right? Ever since his own girls, they move out and start their own business ventures, like running escort service. He got Russians and stuff like that. And it was a funny scene when he asked his Russian girl for sex, and the Russian girl was like, "Niet." That means "niet" means no in Russian. So next thing you know is that you know the cops came in and they shut down Bobby's parlor. So Bobby and Frank, you know, they started part ways. I mean, Frankie told Bobby that he's going to be leaving the city and stay with relatives down in Baltimore. I mean, Black Frankie, you know, he didn't die. I mean, Black Frankie and Bobby's parted ways. I mean, Bobby said he was going back to the union job, and Black Frankie said that he's going to be living down with his family down in Baltimore. So, there's a little relationship like that, though. And next thing you know, his son, before that, you know, his Bobby's son Joey, he gets arrested for insider training. Oh my goodness, he and some cousin ratted him out or something. All right, now Melissa right here. Now we get to Melissa, right? She comes home from her job. You know, I mean, she's with her gay BFF. You know, he's dying of AIDS and all that stuff. So Reg, that's his name, Reg, that nigga Reg. So Melissa comes home. I mean, he said that he tells the story that he was dealing with dude who was like younger than him, something like that. Though I don't want to get to that shit. So he tells Reg told Melissa that he's dying, and then he says that he'll give her like a lump sum of money for like insurance and all that stuff, like if he dies and all that stuff, get family and all that stuff. And Melissa has this idea. Oh, check this out. She got this idea. She says to him, "Let's get married." Whoa. You can't. Oh, you married? That's strange. I mean, you married a gay dude. Strange. Yo, I mean, she just had this idea that they should get married. That way when he dies, she could collect some insurance and stuff like that. When he passes away. I mean, we don't know how much time he has left, but he's like seriously ill. So hopefully, I mean, she got insurance from her job, benefits from her job, and when he dies, she might get more benefits. I mean, maybe she's doing something up. I mean, she's not. I don't know. She's not like a bad luck charm. I mean, because every pimp she gets die, and then I remember that Melissa, she used to be a hooker, and then she's also a troublemaker, like stealing money from Johns. I mean, her and her lesbian girlfriend were stealing money, taking money from Johns and stuff like that. Yeah, she got kicked out of parlors and all that stuff. So I don't know. I don't know. I mean, maybe she might go on a happy note. I mean, she got a decent, legit job or anything like that, though. And guess what? Melissa and Reg, they get married in the backyard of the apartment. And guess what? Loretta's there, and Abby's there, Vinnie's there. Even the lesbian was there too. So and speaking of Loretta, right? Sure, she was dating this guy, and then the guy wants to get serious, have some commitment. And Loretta was like, she's not ready for a relationship. She just want to be just friends. Man, if I was her boyfriend, I wouldn't just woke up and just move on. You know what I mean? But maybe the guy decided to stick around, maybe away. I mean, he just dated her. He likes her. I mean, but Loretta's not sure she liked him. However, though, Abby tells Loretta at the bar. Abby tells Loretta later at the bar that she's going back to school to do some law or something like that, and she offered Loretta to run the hi-hat. And Loretta was like, "Ooh, seriously?" Yeah. Well, she's gonna have focus on career on the hi-hat. Yeah, excuse me. Yeah, so like maybe you don't know if Loretta will focus on career with the hi hat. It's like we don't know. We'll see what happens. But I mean we don't know what happened to her right after that. So and Paul. Oh yeah. By the way, I forgot to mention that Goldman. He's pushing forward. With this little closing bathhouses, even though he's still in the closet. I remember this one scene that he was in bed with somebody. I mean, was it his wife or another dude? Who knows? But he moving forward and shutting down the bathhouses and parlors because of the AIDS epidemic, So that way corporate people will take over. But I mean, this is the last thing, the final episode is set in the fall of '85, like Hurricane Gloria, and I seen the movie Silver Bullet. So I mean, so as speaking about Paul mentioned something about the changing of the seasons and stuff like that, and see Paul going, he's back at the bar, it's like maybe it's shut down. I don't know. So he was talking to somebody outside, and then you see Paul, he's limping and stuff like that. Maybe his health is deteriorating because of disease. I mean, did he get tested? I don't know, but he probably knows that he has AIDS or HIV. But to see Paul walk in the cane and all that stuff, so and spin back to Goldman, seeing pushing the prostitutes and the pimps out of the Deuce, not getting rid of it. I mean, it didn't get that much better because and what happened is that Goldman takes a ride with Austin. They go to the Bronx, and they go to the Hunts Point section. They see a bunch of hookers doing their thing out in the streets late at night. So wait a minute, Wait a minute. When they went to the Bronx, though, when they went to this section of the Bronx, it reminds me of this HBO documentary called Hookers at a Point. It's an HBO documentary that aired in 1996, and they shows you about hookers on out Hunts Point section of the Bronx. I don't know if they're still out there, but it reminded me of that when I seen that scene. You know, it reminded me of stuff like that. And I saw a sign that said 155th Street. I know it's probably in the Bronx, like Hunts Point somewhere in the Bronx. So they didn't get rid of the prostitution problem. They got pushed somewhere else. And ain't nothing gonna change though. But it's sooner better than things might change. You know, all this technology, internet stuff like that. Oh, wait a minute. When I look at the sign, let me give you a little fact. When I seen the sign 155th Street, it didn't have the E or the W on it. So I'm thinking it's probably somewhere in Queens, like some South Jamaica, Queens, which when they actually shot that scene. I might be right because I didn't see the E or the W on the 155th Street sign, but. So, you know, as anyways, I mean, now you see Paul, you know, he walking with the lip and the fade black. Right now, we fast forward to the present day. Vince is at this hotel, channel surfing, and then he sees porn on the damn internet, like HDTV, something like that. But there's no force showing, though. They just show it on the listing. So, Vince is in the hotel, and he's in a dark room at a hotel, he's watching TV, and then he goes down to the bar, and takes some sip, and then he looks into the paper and discovers that Candy has died. She passed away, 73 years old, in the paper. So next thing he knows that after the drink that leaves the hotel, he sees, like, I think it was Leon with the afro. He sees this guy in the afro. That's probably like Leon. And when he goes scrolling through Times Square, he can see all the friends and the people he remembered in the past. They just popped up. I mean, he just seen Shay and Method Man, though. They on the Deuce, 46th Street. He really walks on the modern day Times Square because they already been, gentrified and all that stuff with the Disney and all that stuff. It's the present day Vincent. He's still alive. He sees like Shay and Method Man. They on the sidewalk. Oh, I got to tell you about this thing with Shay. I bet you she died. She probably died somewhere during the season. So I mean, she says Shay and Method Man is Roddy. He sees Ashley, aka Dorothy, was there. She get in the car, and he sees like Austin's old partner though. He's there in the way this at 42nd Street, and he sees Paul and Todd together. They you know, he goes to show you that Paul probably passed away. And he's fighting in the spiritual world with Todd. And you see Bobby right there. He tells him that he's going to see his son's being sentenced tomorrow. And then Bobby says that he's dead. And they go show you that Bobby passed away. And Candy, Candy, she's there. She in there back in the her prostitute days and all that stuff. And who else he saw? Thunder Thighs. Yes, I mean, I remember her. She was a hooker, and she got pushed out window to her death by this crazy ass dude, right? And I guess, guess what Vinnie saw? He saw the guy he killed, Pasquale. That's the guy that killed his own brother. He was there, and guess what? He saw Vinnie. So, and next thing you know is that they see Ruby and Tommy. So, Tommy's there with Ruby. Wait a minute. It goes to It goes to show you that most of the characters that were on the show, when Vinny sees most of the characters that were on the show had died, and Vinny sees that people had died. So we see Vince. He heads to a subway station, and he sees his twin brother Frankie in his 70s clothes, slick back hair, standing on the station. And next thing you know was they embracing the hug and all that stuff. They talking, and next thing you know is they go down the stairs in the subway. And there's a front shot of Vincent seen walking down steps by himself, and in the back shot you see Vincent and Frankie walking down the stairway. So I heard the speculation say that Vincent had died, probably by a heart attack, and probably went to the spiritual world. Oh, but like I said before, I mean, when Vincent see all those friends and characters he's seen in the past, though they died, So we don't know what happened to Bobby that he passed. We don't know how Bobby died, and Tommy's there too. And we don't know if how Tommy died, because we don't know what happened. We don't know what happened to Tommy at this point. There's just a silken question to ask: what happened to Tommy? I know Rudy is dead. Rudy's dead. You know that the Ashley, yeah, she's dead. Yeah, Shay, the hooker, dead. Method Man, aka Roddy, dead. Candy, dead. Paul, dead. His lover, dead. And From the Thighs, dead. So we don't know what happened to the other characters. Like, we don't know what happened to Alston. He said on the episode, he said he was going to retire. And Goldman, we don't know what happened to Goldman. I don't know if he's still alive or dead. We don't know what happened to him. So there's some unanswered questions though, right? So and we don't know what happened with Loretta or Melissa or Irene or some other characters that, okay, we don't know what happened to Big Back Hank. I mean, Candy's boyfriend or some ex-boyfriend or something like that. And we don't know what happened to Harvey. I mean, we don't know what happened. Did he pass? I don't know. It's been like more than 30 years. I mean, it was set in 1985, and then fast forward to this present day. So we don't know. So and then we get like a final shot at Times Square, and we see a glimpse of Abby coming through these people with a cell phone. Is she dead or alive? So I would say, I mean, it was a good. It's a series finale. It was a good ending to the series, but it was alright though. But I was expecting to see if Tommy Longo got gunned down or something like that, or something what happened to Alston, and then or Goldman, and they should have like an epilogue on these characters, see what happened to them, or Loretta. So I mean, they should have done better than that though. I want to see Tommy Longo get whacked. Well, anyway, but that's an ending. I like the series. It was a good ending and stuff like that though. But it's sad and tragic, But hey, that's the Deuce, man. I mean, things have changed in Times Square, so there ain't gonna be all this gentrification, all the Disney and all that stuff. So I hope you enjoy this. So now for me, it's time to go, and I hope you enjoyed this review. Maybe next time I'll put something like a cartoon. Bye.